Durban and Richards Bay, it's an hour-and-a-half drive. So they could investigate while in Durban. So I brought them back. Little did I know, Commissioner, that this RBM has got contacts in a high level of our country, of our government. Because what followed after that was a call that I received from my boss, the National Commissioner, who said to me, but I hear that you had deployed people in Richards Bay and you withdrew them. I said, yes, I deployed them there for a mission. They didn't achieve the mission. A year later, I brought them back, and they are still carrying those investigations, but from my office. Then he said, no, I received a complaint from the Presidency. You must send these people back there. So I said, okay, well, I don't mind to send them back, but you must give me the budget, because I don't have money to send people back there. Then he said, no, put up a plan. I'm going to finance it. And they said, okay, that's fine. And I told my deputy to prepare a plan. Now my approach, commissioners, was that I'm no longer going to be sending people, these 5 members, to investigate the 5 cases from RBM. I'm now going to put a bigger team that is going to deploy in this area and service other business people as well as a community in that area. So I must have a bigger team because there's drugs in there, there's hijackings and many other crimes that are happening, and RBM is not the only one that is affected. So while I'm preparing that plan, which the National Commission confirmed that the CFO is going to make money available for that. While I'm preparing that plan, I then I received a phone call from a commander of the Special Task Force at the time, Brigadier Gaffley. I had said earlier I worked in the task force. So task force members and myself, we communicate. Most of them have got my numbers, so they call me anytime. Brigadier Gaffley calls me, and he is at RBM. And he says to me, General, I'm here deployed at RBM. So when I ask him, what do you mean you deployed at RBM? RBM as the company mine? And he said, yes. So I asked him, but who's there? He said, no, it's myself and the NIU. Task Force and NIU are the fighting squad of the police. They are not investigators. They are the ones that do the dirty work. If we have to arrest someone, if to penetrate houses, they do that. They don't go and present cases in court. It's not their job. But they found themselves deployed in RBM. And he says to me, General, I'm told that there were detectives that were deployed here that you withdrew. Can you have those detectives back here? So, because there must be investigation done, and I don't have anyone who does investigation. So I said to him, no, I think you need to come and see me. So he drove down to Durban. When he arrived in Durban, and I asked him, but who deployed today? He said, no, I was deployed by my component head, General Zulu, who was a major general. She deployed us to come and work here, and I asked, so where are you deployed to? The entire area or RBM only? He said, no, RBM strictly. Our instruction is that you go to RBM, you don't work anywhere else. I was upset, of course, because I had planned, according to National Commission, I'm going to deploy. So I phoned my boss, I said, you are telling me about the deployment at RBM, at the same time you're telling someone else. What's going on? And he said, no, I think we need to engage with Jar Musigiti, who's a deputy National Commissioner. And so I then decided to keep quiet. I released these detectives to Brigadier Gaffley. So he included them on his budget. They went back to RBM. So they sat there for that period.
And was this again to be RBM only, or was it now to be in accordance with your plan of servicing the entire area?
No, it was for RBM only. I can confirm that. So the members deployed there for, I think, almost a year. So RBM had the privilege of getting a SAPS deployment to service only them, which was funded at the national office. I'm sure the management of the police will come and explain as to what informed that and the cost that was spent on it, which was against my proposal. So they were there for RBM and nobody else but RBM.
You said this was a good few years back. Who was the National Commissioner then?
The current National Commissioner, Nhlanhla Masemola, was the boss. Commissioner, as I said, I had deployed in April 2021. They stay there for the whole financial year. A National Commissioner gets appointed in 2022 as a National Commissioner. When I'm getting this, when this deployment happens, he is now a National Commissioner at the time. So this team had worked there. So they were, however, they were rotating in that place, but they were not talking to the district commissioner. They were not talking to me. So I had no clue what they were doing. The district commissioner had no clue what they were doing because we were divided into 11 districts. So I had someone who's managing the district. When this incident of the prison happened, the regional commissioner of correctional services woke me up with a phone call at night, and his question was, colleague, we are in the same security cluster. We are arresting one of my senior managers, and you don't even inform me. That courtesy, not that it's a must. So I was surprised. I said, but what are you talking about? I don't know any senior manager being arrested. He said, no, but the acting head of the facility at Mpangeni has been arrested. Because I did not know anything, I contacted the district commissioner, Major Ngubane. Major Ngubane did not have a clue of what's going on. Because he even said, I don't know what those members are doing, if there's anything done by the RBM team, because I don't know. So he contacted the police station at Mpangeni, and he discovered that indeed there are these members from the head office that are sitting in KZN, deployed for RBM, that are at the police station with the intention to detain the acting head of the center.
This is Kalagabusha, as you said.
Yes. I have the contact details of one of the NIU members that is with that team, Captain Guna. So I phoned her. I think she was the only lady in that team. So I phoned her because I don't know the others. I know that she's in that team as well. So when I called her, I said, but are you part of this operation? She said, yeah, no. They called me, I said, I must come because apparently there's a lady in there, so I must join them in case we have to search and the likes. So I asked her, what was happening? She said, I can't explain. I don't even know where the background of this operation, but the commander is Colonel Matheus, you can explain. So she gave the phone to the colonel that was in charge of the operation. And Matheus is, I think, from Gauteng, somewhere in Johannesburg. So then the colonel explained to me what was happening. He said they received the information about the drugs at this house, inside the facility. So the correctional center has got one main gate with the fence, it's a compound. Inside the compound, you have a facility for correctional service where you have another access into. That's where the detained inmates are sitting. And then you have the office block, and then you have a residential area. But it's all in one area. So the question first I asked this colonel was, Colonel, you are arresting this acting prison head. What is the charge? And he says to me, it's the possession of drugs and ammunition. Illegal possession of ammunition as well as illicit substance, which is drugs. So the first question was, how much of the quantity are we talking about here? He said, no, it's a handful. Not many, just capsules. So the first question was, do you know if it's drugs or not? Did you test that? And he said, no, I have not tested. He said, but you're going to put a charge on our register that is drugs. When it comes back for a forensic and it's proven that it's not drugs, what are you going to do? That was first a problem. The second was, before you did all this work, did you have a search warrant? And he said, no, we did not have a search warrant. I said, okay, it's fine, never mind. You've conducted a search without a search warrant. Where did you find this thing? Or explain to me what happened. He said, no, we arrived in the place, we're told there are drugs inside the house, we entered the house, and we searched the entire house inside. We didn't find anything. And we took this acting head of corrections, and we told her that she must go with us to the garage outside. And when they were walking to the garage, there was a dustbin.
Is this the garage of this same house?
Yeah, it's a garage, but it's not attached to the house. It's sitting on this. We have to get out of the house to get to the garage. So they wanted to go and search in the garage.
And the dustbin, where exactly was it?
The dustbin is in that yard, but yeah, somewhere between the garage and the house.
Same premises?
Same premises.
The acting head's premises?
Yes. So then they decided to stop at the dustbin. They searched the dustbin. Inside the dustbin, that's where they found the few rounds of ammunition as well as those handsful of pills. And they decided to arrest her for that. So the question was, number one, do you know that she's the only one that has access to the dustbin, since the dustbin, you are saying,